Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today for a very special and exciting Cunard Line webinar. My name is Anna. I'm an Industry Relations Manager here at CLIA, and I'm going to just quickly go through some housekeeping before introducing our presenters. The webinar will run about 45 minutes with time for questions at the end. Please feel free to type your questions into the questions module of the webinar, and we'll get to them at the conclusion of the presentation. The webinar is being recorded and will be posted on CLIA's YouTube channel, which is CLIA Global. And with that, it is my pleasure to introduce our presenters, Jamie Paco and Amanda Jordan. Jamie is Vice President of Sales for Cunard in North America. Jamie's tenure in the cruise industry spans more than 25 years, comprised of her experience ranging from market planning, inside sales, direct marketing, advertising, and customer service. You may have heard someone say they are a Cunarder, but Jamie is a true Cunarder. She loves the luxury heritage and glamour of Cunard, the line's renowned White Star service and unparalleled ocean travel experience. Having sailed on all three Queens and several transatlantic crossings, her Cunard knowledge is extensive. She is eagerly anticipating the debut of Cunard's new ship, Queen Anne, with maiden sailings commencing in early 2024. Very exciting. And joining Jamie is Amanda Jordan, who is a travel industry professional with 19 years experience helping travel professionals grow their business. Amanda's passion for travel started when she first graduated from college and got a position with a prominent tour company. Although her original field of study was biology, she fell in love with the travel industry and never left. Amanda joined the Cunard sales team in 2010 and moved into national accounts in 2019. She is very passionate about travel advisors and helping them grow their business using tried and true steps, including becoming a product expert through Cunard Academy, working with your business development manager to create a marketing plan, and hosting successful cruise night events. And with that, take it away, Jamie and Amanda.
Thanks so much, Anna. We're so happy to be here with you to share exciting new information about Cunard. We have updates to share on our new ship, which is Queen Anne, as well as details on our current lineup of 2023 itineraries and our new lineup of 2024 itineraries. We also want to say a big thank you to CLIA for hosting us today and to all our travel advisor partners as you continue to do an amazing job in these unusual times. We are so thankful for your partnership and thank you again for being here. We are excited to share a lot of upcoming news. So before we do that, I just wanted to dive in for a moment on our legacy. I want to share a little bit of information about who Cunard is. We have a very proud legacy. We've been in business for over 180 years, which gives us a history full of accomplishments. For instance, Cunard was the first line to offer full world voyages, the first to offer regular transatlantic crossings, and the first to offer a dedicated children's program. We have selected the most beautiful and storied parts of our past to pay homage to, weaving them into our guest experience. So don't be fooled into thinking we're old-fashioned, because some people think that, but that is not true. Cunard is a modern line that's always looking to the future, and we are unique in that we bring our history and the golden age of cruising to life on board.
Absolutely, that's one of the things that our guests love most about us, I know. And Cunard also has 3 brand pillars that go into everything that we do. And so I want to share a little bit about that with you. We want guests to feel special, be inspired, and enjoy the freedom. So starting with feeling special, really from the moment our guests step on board one of these magnificent queens, it is a special event. They're welcomed with our famous White Star service, where we have 1 crew member for every 2 guests. We have, of course, those top-end grill suites that are so spacious and are the pinnacle of luxury, and then many signature experiences throughout their voyage, such as our afternoon tea, which is one of my personal favorites, that adds special touches to every day while guests are on board. We also, of course, want to inspire your guests. This starts with the careful curation of our itineraries. They're always a really great balance of those can't miss ports, those must-see destinations, of course, but we also weave in a lot of unique smaller ports, those hidden gems, and of course, sea days, so guests have time to relax or be busy exploring the ship. We also have an incredible lineup of speakers who travel with us, and they also are able to take guests on a journey of the mind while they're traveling the globe. We have speakers from all walks of life, including authors, astronauts, musicians, artists, celebrities. The list really goes on and on. We also offer event voyages that tie one particular theme together for an incredible week of interactive, educational, and fun experiences. For Cunard, we find that giving guests ample space and many choices provides a true feeling of freedom. We have wide open deck spaces and a variety of grand venues that offer guests the opportunity to join in with many different unique experiences throughout their voyage. Or if they're like me and they just want to relax, they can go to our wellness spa or grab a book at the largest library at sea instead. And they'll always have plenty of seating to choose from in venues that never feel crowded, partnered with thoughtful service from our crew.
Luxury on a grand scale is unique to Cunard and really falls well with those brand pillars that Amanda just shared. We have the largest ships in the luxury market with unbelievable craftsmanship and luxurious details from top to bottom. We have an intimate feel with our White Star service. It's not pushy, but we always have a staff member ready to offer thoughtful service. Our larger ships provide more venues and larger spaces, so guests will never feel crowded and will always have a comfortable space to relax. So I want to run through some of our signature spaces on board so that you can get a feel of what it's like to sail with Cunard, starting with our Royal Court Theatre. We offer amazing production shows and entertainment in this gorgeous full-size theater that gives a true London West End feeling. And if your guests are looking for a special treat, they can reserve one of our private box seats, which are a great way to celebrate a special occasion. Guests who book a private box are welcome to the theater and escorted by a Cunard bellman who will set them up with pre-theater champagne and cannabis to enjoy. So this really creates a very festive evening, from dinner to canapes to the theater. And then from the theater, go dancing. So with the largest dance floor at sea, the Queen's Room onboard Queen Mary 2 boasts this large dance floor, and it is actually sprung. So it's really fantastic for professional dancers or people who've taken dance lessons. We host other events in the Queen's Room as well, such as our theme galas, the dance lessons, acting workshops, afternoon tea, and cabaret shows.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite spots on the ship. I love, of course, I mentioned afternoon tea, which is one of my favorite, but I wanted, since you were talking about dancing, I also wanted to just note that another fun fact is that we have dance hosts on every voyage, which is another reason that we are a fantastic line for dancers, and they absolutely enjoy and love sailing with us.
Yeah, great call out, Amanda. We have gentlemen and lady dance hosts, so they can glide you across the dance floor. But moving on to favorite spot of mine, which is our wellness spa, Mareel. It offers wellness and beauty with holistic treatments and experiences that are all inspired by the ocean. And you'll hear me say favorites a lot because I also absolutely adore the Golden Lion Pub, which has a relaxed, friendly ambiance that makes it popular for pub lunches. It also stays casual in the evenings as well. So this is one of my favorite spaces because you can play darts, you can watch sports, you can sing karaoke, we have trivia all the time. It's Amanda and I could hang out here all day.
Absolutely, it's a great spot. So I know you mentioned earlier, Jamie, that Cunard was the first line to ever offer a children's area, and that was on our original Queen Mary, which had the first ever children's program. But as you can see here, this is a fantastic picture of what the children's area looks like on our different ships today. So we have continued that. We have a full children's program, which is a unique and interesting aspect for Cunard in the luxury market in particular. We have an amazing array of games and activities for our youngest travelers. There are fun experiences for them all day and all night, things like dance parties, arts and crafts, movie nights. And another fun fact is that we offer a nighttime nursery, and we take children as young as 6 months old. So I know, being a mom myself, that is a super fun fact for parents to be aware of.
We like the kids. So Amanda, I think it might have cut out. So I'll start to take us through our 2023 program.
Oh, 1 second, sorry. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. It might be my side.
Okay. There we go. So now we want to take a look at the 2023 program. So we're actually going to start with a quick video that will give a nice overview of 2023. Over to our presentation. And okay, so getting into 2023, we are offering 158 new voyages in 2023 that will travel throughout the globe. Voyages between April 2023 and January 2024. They've been on sale for a while. They're offering long stays in port, late evening departures, overnight calls in 15 ports. And really, this is all to give guests more time to immerse themselves in the destinations that they're visiting. In 2023, Queen Mary 2 will sail across the across her famous transatlantic crossing through Canada and New England, Europe, and the Caribbean.
Queen Mary 2 will have a robust lineup of crossings throughout the year. So she'll sail between New York, Southampton, Hamburg, and Le Havre. I want to call out the photo on the left of our kennel master with these beautiful dogs. This is, of course, because Queen Mary 2 is the only ship to offer kennels at sea. So we always get a ton of questions about this memorable aspect of the crossing. And some fun facts are, we offer freshly baked dog biscuits. The kennel master takes care of the dogs 24/7. There's actually a doggy deck, so they get walked during the day. There's a play area. There's a pet parent lounge, and outside in the play area, there's a lamppost and fire hydrant. The lamppost is from Liverpool, and the fire hydrant is from New York. So it's really great to be able to bring your dogs or cats on board, but they sell out fast, so you usually have to book them a year in advance.
Absolutely. What a fun experience to just be up there on deck to watch the puppies play too.
Oh yeah, that's a favorite pastime of mine. I'm gonna now take us through some of our event voyages, which include special programming for an entire week so that guests can immerse themselves in one of these popular themes that you can see on screen here. These are very immersive, interactive experiences, and one of my favorite is our National Symphony Orchestra. This is where guests have the option to see rehearsals, performances, hear lectures from musicians, as well as, and Amanda and I would be guilty of this, auditioning to sing in the choir during a performance. So it's really, you have the choice of watching or interacting, which is what I love about our programming. All of our current 2023 lineup is an amazing addition to our already incredible entertainment options for guests on board. And I just want to call out, oh, sorry, Amanda, I got chatty.
No, go ahead.
No, I was excited because two of our team members just got off of Queen Mary 2's transatlantic crossing and said that there was so much entertainment happening at once in the evenings that it was hard to be able to choose, and they couldn't see everything they wanted to see. There was over 7 entertainment options going.
Yeah, absolutely. I know all of these look amazing to me. And I think, you know, if I had to choose one in 2023, for me, it would probably be that Festival of Food and Wine. But I know all of these are such an amazing experience. And like you said, you know, there's already so much entertainment happening every day. And this is another layer of immersive experiences with a common theme throughout the week.
So I know we talked about event voyages and we are just talking about entertainment, and I just want to call it entertainment. Strong entertainment is available across the fleet, across all of our trades. So though we know the transatlantic crossing has more time to enjoy that entertainment, you will find it on all Cunard ships. But let me jump in. Let's talk about Canada, New England. Queen Mary 2 will sail this area for Independence Day and for September, October voyages, which will give your guests a great opportunity to see the beautiful fall foliage. One of the ones that I want to go on soon, a unique option is the ability to depart round trip New York on one of our grand voyages. These are very popular with guests who want to enjoy the luxury of not having to fly to get to Europe and back. There are several of these voyages throughout the year. And if guests prefer to fly to Europe, they can also join this voyage round trip Southampton. Here is another beautiful grand voyage to the Med, round trip New York. This voyage is also available round trip out of Southampton as well. And we offer holiday voyages to the Eastern Caribbean. You can escape to warm weather and celebrate all of the wonderful traditions of the holidays on board.
I know I've seen some images of Queen Mary 2 when she's decked out for the holidays, and that's another one of my wish lists is I'm going to do that someday, is to spend the holidays on board and celebrate all of those beautiful traditions, but then you're in the beautiful, warm, sunny Caribbean.
Yeah, and it takes the pressure off.
Absolutely, and you just get all the benefits without having to do all that hard work.
Exactly.
So, now I'm going to jump over to Queen Elizabeth and her 2023 itinerary. She'll be calling at 41 ports, 15 countries, visiting Alaska, the California coast, Panama Canal, and the Mediterranean. I'm so excited that we have Queen Elizabeth back on the West Coast. And we do have another quick video that I want to show really quickly, and it'll give you a nice overview of the Cunard, Alaska experience. I love that video too. I think it just gives such a great feeling of how special the experience is. So now getting back over to Queen Elizabeth in Alaska. She will have 7 main voyages in 2023, but we do also, because Queen Elizabeth will be coming from Japan, have the ability to offer those 2 destinations together, combined together as well. So beautiful. And then also she will be heading down the California coast and through the Panama Canal afterward. So you can see that we have options for guests to end in San Francisco or Los Angeles. You could also combine Alaska together with a Panama Canal journey. So lots of different options available for your guests to choose from. And the Alaska, oh, did you have something to add?
I do. I just want to jump in. I think it's stuck on video because I know there's a toggle, but if not, my system might be crashing. Sorry. System not crashing. Fantastic. Thanks, Amanda.
Yeah, thank you for letting me know. Absolutely. So yeah, lots of choice for your guests, and the Japan and Alaska combinations, there are more than just the 2 that are listed here. So you know, we have lots of different variations, lots of choice to give your guests that true feeling of freedom that we're always trying to give. So I mentioned Panama Canal and that we have lots of different options there as well. Guests can choose their start point to be Vancouver, San Francisco, or Los Angeles. So we do find that the more popular tends to be the LA to Fort Lauderdale, but again, plenty of options for your guests to choose from. And then Queen Elizabeth will head over to the Mediterranean to do a beautiful series of 7 or 14-night itineraries, round trip from Barcelona, another beautiful and iconic city. That's a great start and end point for European experiences. And you can see on the 14-night itineraries that we have one repeated port, which is Barcelona. I love this aspect of it because you get more time to explore this beautiful city. I spent a week in Barcelona, and I probably could have spent a month and not seen everything that I wanted to see. So a fantastic start and end point. Plus, on those 14 nights, you get that bonus day in Barcelona. So this is an example of one of those 14-night itineraries, and you can see just as we mentioned earlier, a great combination of the must-see ports of call like Naples and Rome, but some beautiful off the beaten path, more hidden gems like Valencia, Ibiza, and of course there are sea days in there, so guests have plenty of time to relax or be busy enjoying all those activities on board.
Now on to Queen Victoria, who will visit the North Cape, Iceland, and the Atlantic in 2023, along with Iberia and the British Isles. She'll offer overnight calls to Lisbon and Reykjavik and relaxed days ashore on the picturesque islands of Cephalonia, Santorini, and Sardinia. Voyages to the Canary Islands, Portugal, and northern Spain are complemented by scenic cruising in Norway's fjords, where early morning departures in Tromsø and Narvik offer the possibility of seeing the night sky come alive with the neon glow of the northern lights. We want to show you just a few of our favorite itineraries for 2023. So Iceland and the British Isles, a unique itinerary offered only once, where the geysers, waterfalls, and glaciers of the Golden Circle can be reached on a tour from Reykjavik. This Norway voyage offers overnights in both Narvik and Tromsø, which of course offer guests the best possibility to see the northern lights.
Yeah, I also wanted to chime in here and let everyone know that we do have a special offer for these 2023 itineraries that is ending soon. You can see here it's ending on May 23rd. So we do have early booking benefits. You can see them all here, onboard credits depending on the accommodations and the length of the voyage that your guests choose, but up to $1,200 per stateroom if your guests book by May 23rd on voyages 7 nights and longer. So guests interested in 2023 should not wait. They should go ahead and make their booking with deposit as soon as possible to lock in those early booking benefits. And now moving on to our newest voyages that will go on sale actually starting today. Queen Anne launched, and we have 110 new voyages in October 2023 through May 2024, including maiden voyages with Queen Anne. So this is our available to book information. As I mentioned, Queen Anne went on sale today at 5 a.m. Pacific time for World Club members, and it will go on sale to the general public tomorrow at 5 a.m. Pacific time as well. The rest of our fleet, Queen Mary II, Queen Elizabeth, and Queen Victoria, her voyages will go, or their voyages rather, will go on sale on May 24th. So you can remember that. I heard somebody say today, the 24th for 2024 for our World Club members, and then they will go on sale to the general public the following day, May 25th at 5 a.m. Pacific time.
All right, so for over 180 years, Cunard has set the bar and then raised it. We've constantly refined the definitive experience of ocean travel. From this spirit comes our new Queen Anne. As Amanda mentioned, she is due to grace the seas in early 2024, and she will be the 249th addition to the fleet of Cunard. So she is a great addition for future generations. She's designed with distinction, and we want to take you on a virtual tour to discover a ship that is modern yet timeless. Every detail has been considered to instill a sense of occasion and to ultimately give guests more choice. Many of our popular venues have been reimagined while staying true to the much-loved hallmarks of our brand. So I'm going to take you on a little mini tour here of some of the renderings of Queen Anne. So this is the Grand Lobby, which is a signature brand space that comes to life as the beating heart of the ship. She provides, or the lobby provides, a striking welcome and spectacular sense of occasion throughout the day. It is constantly alive with Cunard guests passing through or spending time to enjoy a variety of unique Cunard experiences. And what we love about the Grand Lobby, when Amanda and I were looking at all these, was there's a new lobby bar. So there'll be a bar to provide drinks and service all day and all evening. And then there's all these openings across the different floors to link the different spaces. So there's a link to the drawing room, the games room, the chart room, the Corinthia Lounge, Britannia Club, and the purser's office. And the beauty of the space is there will also be live music from the Corinthia Lounge piano, resident string trio, and pop-up bands that can be shared throughout the deck spaces here. So this really brings soul to this grand space. Taking you next to our Queen's Room. Queen Anne's breathtaking interiors are inspired from our past, including our Queen's Room, and we have added a striking new design direction for the future. So the new Queen's Room will feature a rounded sprung dance floor with which is a unique feature that dancers love. So it's sprung just like Queen Mary 2, so that's a big win for dance groups. It will also include a bar and daily afternoon tea with live music, which is a Cunard signature event. Enjoy the unique atmosphere of a real pub with great beers, delicious lunches, live sports, and pub games. So like the pub that we shared earlier, the pub image, we will have a beautiful new pub on Queen Anne. So pub fare will be provided, including fish and chips, cottage pie, or bangers and mash. Guests can relax in our comfortable booths with a beverage and watch the world sail by. Fun games like darts, trivia, and karaoke will also be available.
Absolutely. I love the Golden Love, especially the trivia. It's so much fun to meet the other guests and hang out. I could not have imagined that they would be able to elevate the Golden Lion Pub in any way because I love it so much, but I am just so excited to see this come to life. I love this rendering. It's just so beautiful. Queen Anne, we're going to move into her accommodations now because I think that's, a unique and interesting aspect of Cunard is the mix of our accommodations. And so Queen Anne will give a beautiful choice, including our Queen's Grill suites, our Princess Grill suites, those top-end all-out luxury experiences, but also Britannia Club balconies and our Britannia staterooms. And I love that we have the mix here so you can see how many of each type of category we will have on board Queen Anne. I think it gives a nice overview. And I want to go ahead and start with some of the staterooms, starting with the Britannia interiors. You can see they're beautifully decorated. There's a variety of locations to choose from on board, depending on what your guests are interested in, and they will be, of course, well appointed, a haven of comfort and style to enjoy during their voyage. I love the calming blue tones and warm wooden furnishings, and they're, just a beautiful backdrop to the thoughtful features and all the luxurious amenities that are included.
I really appreciate, Amanda, the touches of the brushed brass and gold within kind of the calm blues. I think it's a really beautiful contrast.
It's a great accent for sure. I love it. And then here is one of our Britannia balcony staterooms designed to be perfect in form and function with access to your own outdoor space. Each balcony stateroom brings together the best in comfort and convenience, and of course, those beautiful ocean views. Britannia Restaurant, and this is another area. I love Britannia Restaurant on all three of our queens. They're so beautiful. Such one of those moments when you walk in for the first time and see it, it's just very awe-inspiring. And this one absolutely is going to fit right in with that. Adorned in these calming tones that are reminiscent of the Four Seasons, guests will surely be swept away by the inviting atmosphere that waits for them in the Britannia Restaurant, offering, of course, a generous menu of exquisite dishes and wines to match, as well as the famous White Star service that Cunard is known for. Every dining experience will just be an event in itself at this beautiful venue. Now moving into Britannia Club, this is the prime sea views from these private outdoor spaces in one of our Britannia Club balcony staterooms there in the prime locations of the ship. most desirable locations. And of course, they are partnered with the beautiful Britannia Club Restaurant. This is also in a prime location off the Grand Lobby, as Jamie mentioned earlier, on deck 2. Britannia Club Restaurant offers exemplary dining experience and a sense of intimate exclusivity. Here you can enjoy the added pleasure that comes from knowing you have a table reserved throughout your voyage. It is single seating, so your table is always your table every time the dining room is open. Even the most discerning of our guests will find dishes that will please them from a menu that offers a varied selection of contemporary and international choices. Britannia Club is a great option for guests who want an upgraded dining experience but aren't yet ready to dive into a full suite.
So let's dive into the suites. Here we have a Princess Grill suite, and I just love this beautiful design. The waterfall effect with shimmering gold in the headboard, beautiful nautical look and feel. There's bold circular patterns in the carpet that feel like droplets and rings as a pebble would land on calm waters. It's so gorgeous. We have still life photography of historical Cunard objects in a bold, colorful presentation. So these are just beautifully appointed Princess Grill suites. And if you're not familiar with Cunard, a Princess Grill suite is similar to a mini suite on another line, but the Princess Grill experience is unlike any other.
And there's just so much detail and so many beautiful touches that are in every single one of these. I love it.
I agree. And so the Princess Grill suites are paired with the Princess Grill restaurant. This exclusive restaurant will offer an exquisite and unforgettable dining experience. Guests are met with an array of tempting menu choices to delight the taste buds and pique their curiosity for the next course. Whenever you wish to dine, you'll find your seat and excellent service waiting for you. And now the Queen's Grill suites. So these are our top suites, and there's a range of categories, Q1 through Q5, and there's a variety of selection. So suites are now named as well as numbered, actually, excuse me, Q1 to Q6. Scooters can be accommodated in all Queen's Grill suites, and the different suites have different amenities. So they have the same, I should say that a little differently, they have different floor plans. So the Queen's Grill suites include butler service, and then the Princess Grill and Queen's Grill suites include concierge service, a private lounge, they're dedicated restaurants. I just want to call out some of these things because the suite experience on board Cunard is truly unlike any other. So we have suites ranging from our Q1 Grand suites to our Q6 Queen suites, and many of them can take up to 4 guests. So next I wanted to show you this floor plan so you can get a feel of the beautiful layout of these top end suites. They have large great rooms with floor to ceiling windows, dining areas that can be converted into an extra bedroom if needed, a primary bedroom, large walk-in closet, and the bathroom is exquisite, which we'll have an image of momentarily here. I love the large balcony as well, and the views will be exceptional from these areas. So this is highlighting our Grand Suite Q1.
I think my favorite part is that giant walk-in closet. That's closet envy.
I love the bathroom, which we'll see in a minute.
I don't know what happened here. I have to apologize. I'm going to skip on to the next slide. I don't know what happened to that slide. It wasn't supposed to be there. Sorry about that.
No worries over here. The Queen's Grills offer an exclusive world of luxury with your own private residence SC. So as I mentioned, an attentive butler is on hand at all times to truly customize your guest's voyage experience. Each spacious suite has been designed to the highest standard of luxury and epitomizes the ultimate in refined accommodation. With space to relax, dine, entertain, your guests will enjoy this suite. It's just gorgeous. So I know we're moving on to the bedroom, which has access to a private balcony from this bedroom so you can enjoy the ocean views. I'm going to go to the next one, Amanda, because I'm just hungry to show this. This is the Grand Suite bathroom. I love this bathroom. My bathroom at home does not look like this yet, at least. It's got a walk-in shower, a window by the bath with privacy blinds. It is just stunning.
Yeah, this is my bathroom goal right here.
Right.
So beautiful.
I think I just have tulips in the vase. That would be my difference. Queen's Grill Restaurant. This is truly the epitome of luxury, intimate dining at sea. It's got a stellar menu and an atmosphere to match. Enjoy the ultimate in sophistication and exclusivity in this venue, because the beauty of this venue is in the Queen's Grill Restaurant is not only are you going to have that attentive service and some tableside opportunities where they do beautiful things tableside, you can also in the Queen's Grill Restaurant order off menu, which is one of my favorite things to mention, because you can literally 24 hours before you want something, bring your favorite recipe or your mom's recipe or whatever it is, cookbook, and present it, and they will make that for you on board. So it's really beautiful. Of course, we have great service in here, and a table's reserved for you throughout the voyage. Now I'll take a look at the itineraries that Queen Anne will sail to during her maiden season. And this next slide is just a brief overview of the itineraries during her maiden season, which is January 4th through April 26th. We've got Canary Islands, Mediterranean crossings, Caribbean, Norway and the Northern Lights. I'm going to just walk you through some of those itineraries. So the first one, oh my gosh, the Maiden Voyage, Southampton with an overnight in Lisbon and back to Southampton, England, is sold out. It sold out within minutes. From what I've heard this morning, the final word will come out, but it sold out within minutes of opening, and so it's wait list only at this point. But we are excited because this is going to be a very festive voyage. Queen Anne will make her historic maiden departure, like I said, from Southampton with a spectacular sail away party guests will never forget. And this is one of many special experiences that will be available on board. Guests will enjoy a night of music and dancing at the Queen Anne Celebration Ball and feast on course after course of delectable world cuisine at her Maiden Voyage Gala dinner. So you can only match Cunard. Anytime we have a launch of a new ship, it is a big deal around the world. So we're really excited about this. In true Cunard style, there will be this will all be complemented by special guest appearances, so from some prestigious faces from the world of the arts and literature, and there'll be celebratory entertainment playing day and night across the ship. On arrival in the Lisbon, guests can watch as the local harbor master presents Queen Anne's captain, Inger Klein Thorhag, with an official welcome plaque, which is an age-old maritime tradition that only occurs on a ship's maiden visit. Then on the return to Southampton, our newest queen will join her sister ships, Queen Mary II and Queen Victoria, marking the first time these three queens will come together, which is a fitting end to a voyage filled with celebratory moments. I just want to call out, in the past, we have called that a royal rendezvous when our fleet meets together. So it's very exciting that part of our fleet will meet. Then on to, we still, I think, as of a few hours ago, still had some space on our Canary Islands voyage. So the celebration will continue as Queen Anne makes maiden calls throughout Europe. This 16-night is already a favorite with our World Club members who like the longer voyages. So we already had quite a few requests for this in advance. And then we go on to our Westbound Transatlantic sailing, as you can see here, with stops in Punta Delgada and Port Canaveral, that will showcase this beautiful ship on her way to North America. And then this one, simple but lovely, and I say that because I would love to be on Queen Anne in the Caribbean for this February 8th, 13-night voyage from Fort Lauderdale. It's sure to be super popular, especially because it is on the Valentine's Day holiday. In fact, this morning I heard this was the second most popular voyage to the Maiden Voyage. And then another favorite is the beautiful 16-night Med itinerary round trip from Southampton. Guests will have a fantastic balance of time to explore the ship and go on shore to these beautiful ports of call.
Oh, I just cannot wait. I'm so excited. Not that I'm going to be sailing on any of these voyages, but I am so excited for the guests that get to have all of those remarkable experiences on Queen Anne. It just sounds absolutely amazing. So now on to Queen Mary 2, which will go on sale, as we mentioned before, World Club members May 24th and to the general public May 25th. Our flagship, of course, Queen Mary 2 is remarkable. Her style and elegance are legendary. And we mentioned a bit earlier how special she is and that she offers remarkable experiences and space. She is such a beautiful ship with lots of space for guests to do as much or as little as they like. Our guests also love sailing on the world's only ocean liner, built to cut across the Atlantic like no other. There are acres of deck space, and of course, there's very unique kennels that accommodate our four-legged guests in style on the transatlantic crossing. So getting into her new voyage, she will be operating a full world voyage that is available round trip out of New York, 123 nights starting January 3rd, 2024. Beautiful itinerary with 6 overnight stays in Cape Town, in Melbourne, Sydney, Hong Kong, Singapore, and Dubai. So a beautiful itinerary. I absolutely would love to do this one myself. I don't think I could get away for 123 days. So maybe this 100.
I'll need you.
Round trip out of Southampton is available as well for guests who might not have the 123 nights, but could do 108.
I just want to call out really quick. You were talking about the how Queen Mary 2 is so big and grand, and I just wanted to mention that she is 150,000 tons, which is, and she carries 2,600 to 2,700 guests. Most ships of that size will carry over 4,000 guests. So I just wanted to share that because I think it really expresses the grand space that we really do have.
Absolutely. I love that about it. And I think that's one of the reasons she's such a favorite for the full world voyage as well.
Yeah.
So not to be outdone though, Queen Victoria has her own magnificent full world voyage, and segments of course are available for both of these world voyages. She has 30 new voyages, a great selection of segments available. Beautiful, also 6 overnight calls. So looking at the itinerary, this is the most popular option for North Americans because it does start in Fort Lauderdale. You can choose to do round trip Southampton as well if you want to do the full circumnavigation of the globe, but you can see just a beautiful itinerary here and a beautiful alternative to the Queen Mary 2 option that we showed just a moment ago, with its own beautiful stops, and again 6 overnights. I love that we also have an option for people from the West Coast. Since I am over here myself in Southern California, guests can opt to do San Francisco to Southampton for an 80-night version of the full world cruise, which is really beautiful. And then Queen Elizabeth, which will not be doing a full world voyage, but will be sailing throughout Australia, New Zealand, and Japan. She has 43 new voyages, so many destinations, late evening departures, overnight calls. Again, we're really trying to make these very inspirational itineraries, very immersive experiences. This is one of our favorites, Tasmania and Queensland. I love it's round trip Sydney, of course, so great for the airfare. And then an overnight in Hobart, which is fantastic. There's so much to see and do in Tasmania. So another immersive experience there. We also have New Zealand round trip from Sydney. This 12-night is a very popular option that explores both the north and the south, which is really wonderful as well. And then over to Japan. Again, we couldn't show all of the itineraries. There's just not enough time, but we have these beautiful Japan circumnavigations, 10 nights, round trip from Tokyo, beautiful option, as well as a southern Japan option, also round trip from Tokyo. Just really beautiful options. And then it is also important to just take a moment to review all of the different combinable benefits and savings that you can put together to maximize the value for your guests who are booking with Cunard. It is important to know that as we launch our programs, your agency can block group space that gives special amenities and group rates that are combinable with our limited time and launch offers. And whenever you're ready to promote these beautiful voyages, you should, of course, also set up one of your agency cruise sales and that you can time to go along with your marketing and give your guests extra when they book during that time frame. That gives them extra onboard credits, reduced deposit. And so you really want to make sure that you're lining these all up correctly to get the most for your clients. And of course, you can offer so much value by combining all of these offers together. And I know that our field sales team, our local business development managers would be happy to review all of this with you and make sure that you're getting the most for your clients as well. All of this information is on OneSource. We have our travel advisor website, which hosts our academy training, marketing collateral, asset bank, which has all of the beautiful photos and imagery that we share, and more. And then, of course, Polar Online, travel advisor rates. The list is really endless. We offer so many resources for you. So do please visit OneSource regularly to stay up to date on everything Cunard. I mentioned Academy, and I would really encourage all of you to take the next step if you haven't already, to become an expert and learn more with Academy. You'll also receive fantastic benefits, including a graduation cruise, so you can come on board with us, experience all of these beautiful things firsthand, and be able to make the confident recommendation to your clients. And then, of course, you also receive loyalty benefits every time you sail with us if you're a Commodore. And to all of you out there who are Commodores, a sincere thank you. We appreciate you so much. I did want to mention that a printed brochure is coming this June. You'll be able to order it on OneSource, so stay tuned for that.
I just want to ask if you can follow me on Facebook, because I share updates and opportunities regularly, and we'll definitely be keeping you posted on Queen Anne as well. I also wanted to call out real quick for Academy that you can find that on OneSource Cruises. So the Academy program is all there, a one-stop shop. And thank you for joining us today. We look forward to staying in touch and working together. And it's, you know, we're excited about the future. We're growing the business in North America over the next couple of years by 40%. So the growth is exciting, and we need your help to get there. So thanks again.
Thank you so much, Amanda and Jamie. And we do have some questions coming in if you're ready to answer them.
Fabulous.
Perfect. Our first question is from Rhonda, who is wondering if Cunard has any cabins that are handicap accessible for wheelchairs or scooters.
Yes, we do. We have them available on our across the fleet. So yes.
Okay, perfect. And you just answered a question about print brochures, but we do have a few people wondering if the videos that you showed or any online flyers are available for social media sharing.
Absolutely. And I mentioned very quickly on OneSource, we have a resource that is called Asset Bank, Cunard Asset Bank. You can access it through there, and all of the images and videos and everything that we shared today is available on there. Or of course, if you needed help accessing that, your local business development manager in your area is always happy to help you access those things as well. And you know, we absolutely would love to share those with you.
Okay, great. And that leads right into Dorothy's question, which is how do advisors find their local BDM?
That's a great question. Actually, if you go to www.onesourcecruises.com, you don't even have to log in. On the front page of OneSource, before you even log in, it has a link that says find your local business development manager. So you can just click on that, and then depending on where your agency is located, you find the BDM that covers that area.
Okay, easy enough. And we just have a few more questions. This one is from Ben, who is wondering if you know off the top of your head what percentage of Cunard passengers are British?
Oh, that's a good question. It varies by destination. If we were looking at the transatlantic crossing, it would be somewhere, depending on the voyage, between 30 and 50%.
Oh, got it. Okay. And it looks like this will be our last question from Carmel. We have a lot of people very excited about the kennels on board, and Carmel is wondering if pets have to have certain verifications or if they are restricted to certain breeds.
So they do have to have some, I wouldn't say certification, but they do have to go through some things in advance of travel. And our customer service department can answer those specific questions. And we also have some limitations based on breed, basically mostly based on size. Amanda, did you have anything else to add to that?
Yeah, so I do like to let people know our kennels department is fantastic. So you can call general reservations, ask all the questions. They'll have all the answers for you, as Jamie mentioned. And our kennels, and if you have a dog or, you know, been around dogs, you'll know that a kennel has to be comfortable based on the size of the dog. You get a certain size of the kennel. So we have only certain height of kennel. So if a dog is too tall, and I always think of like a Great Dane, they have to be able to stand up inside that kennel comfortably. So those are what the restrictions are based off. But our kennels department is fantastic, and they can help you with all of those needs, including, you know, the vaccination requirements and all of that that is required for dogs to board. A fun fact about the kennels too is that guests that have a dog or cat traveling with them are first on the ship and first off the ship, so that you know, they can get their pet all nice and settled in and comfortable, and then they're first off as well. So it's a really interesting experience, very unique.
Yeah, I want to add to that too, that they're often escorted by our bellmen, which is really fun to watch. But other than that too, when pets, so one, the kennels are available on Queen Mary 2 transatlantic crossings exclusively. And once your pet can go either way, but if you're headed to London, once your pet gets to London, the quarantine period is met on board. So even though you can go see your pet up in the kennels and hang out, you that counts as the quarantine period. So you do not have to quarantine your pet once you get to England. You just walk off.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, those are some great hot tips. And it looks like those are all of our questions. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. And thank you, Jamie and Amanda, for all of that incredible information.
Well, thanks, everybody. This was fabulous. Thanks for all the questions.
Have a great rest of your week, everyone. Bye.